I'm gonna wake up so cute. I knew you weren't ugly, you just were pale. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacy Hanna. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video, and if you aren't already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the family. I would love to have you. As you can tell by the title, we are going to be doing my tanning routine. Listen, my tan either comes out really good or really bad. I'm gonna be completely honest. It all just depends on my mindset. Some days I'm like, you know what, I just want to be tan, and then some days it's like, no, I want to look like a bronzed goddess. Nonetheless, I figured I could show you guys my tanning routine and how I get a flawless, airbrushed looking tan. And look at me, I'm so close to blending in with my walls. I'm going ghostly. I just feel so blah. And I always feel so much better with a tan. I mean, who doesn't? It literally was snowing the other day and I was like, no wonder why I'm depressed. Just kidding, I'm not depressed. I've been doing so good. So step number one is definitely the prepping steps. I feel like this is the most important. I don't have any self tanner on right now, as you can see. So the first thing you will need is baby oil. I know this sounds kind of weird. This one's literally from the dollar store, I'm not gonna lie. Any baby oil is going to work. You are going to want to lather your body, your self tan, in baby oil. Let it marinate on your skin for a good like 30 to 40 minutes, as long as possible, to be honest. Then hop into the bath. Okay, just sit there in the bath, let the baby oil marinate into your skin, and let the steam from the bath just open up your pores, and it makes it so easy for your self tanner to come off. I personally also will go in with a little exfoliating mitt. This is from XOXO. You can find so many different ones, like you don't have to use this specific one, but just an exfoliating mitt in general. Between the baby oil, a hot bath, and this, bye-bye self tan. Bye-bye. It literally works every single time. Baby oil, a hot, steamy bath, a little exfoliating mitt, and that is like my biggest tip for taking off a self tanner. If I am planning on self tanning, but I already have a self tanner on and I have to do like the whole exfoliating thing, I will do that the day before just to really let my body just like heal, basically. My body is super dry if I'm exfoliating and then putting like a self tanner on top. Sometimes it just doesn't work out, and you're also supposed to let your pores completely close before putting on a self tanner. So I always recommend doing like that shower before, like the day before you plan on self tanning, just to make sure that your body is like fully recovered and ready for a new fresh tan. And honestly, it just makes the process go 10 times faster, because if you have to do a whole ass shower and then self tan, like it's just a whole process. This is the self tanner that I use, tried and true. I'm absolutely obsessed with this one. This is from XOXO. It's their Sunny Honey collection, and it's the Bali Bronzing Foam. I use the shade Ultra Dark, and this, I will say, I've tried so many self tanners. It's actually overwhelming to think about. I put my body through some shit, okay? This has the most beautiful undertone. It looks so natural. It makes me feel as if I just got back from a vacation. It also smells like a vacation too. This is so nice at fading too. Simply fades away with no streaks, no patchiness. This is just my bestie for the restie. You're gonna want a towel because self tanner can be a little bit messy. You just want to protect your room from all costs, aka your floor. Obviously, when I'm self tanning, I will tan naked, just the body, but obviously for this video, I can't do that. This is where I think I got the secret sauce, the secret tea. The other day, I came across the Body Balm All Over Body Balm by Vaseline. Okay, I'm already obsessed with Vaseline, and now this is taking it one step further. What we're gonna do with this is basically get your palms first. I always do my hands last, but somehow, some way, my palms always end up getting the self tanner on it. So this is basically going to be like a barrier. It's gonna be like a no-no for the self tanner to get onto it. So we're just gonna put it on our palms. This is such a lifesaver, such a lifesaver. A little less sticky than like normal Vaseline, so don't worry about it being like sticky to everything. Also, you're gonna wanna get the bottoms of your toes, bottoms of your feet, same idea. And like, oh my God, look at me doing a fucking heel strap. you're gonna want to get the balls of your feet. I don't know about you, but sometimes I accidentally drop a little bit on the floor. And have you ever stepped on self-tanner? I hope you haven't experienced that, but if you have, you know what I'm talking about. The bottoms of your feet get orange, and it's like, how? So this is gonna save your life. We're going to moisturize the driest parts of our body so the self-tanner doesn't cling on and create nasty, dry patch looking self-tanner. I don't know if it's honestly necessary, but I heard somewhere that you're not supposed to use a fragranced lotion because it can mess up the formula of a self-tanner. I don't know. It doesn't really matter because my favorite moisturizer is already fragrance free, so that works perfectly. She's almost empty. Oh, that's sad. Put this on the driest parts of our body, aka for me, that's going to be my elbows. I'm not necessarily dry right on my collarbones. I don't know, sometimes my chest area can look a little patchy. So I will pat some on my armpits. You don't want to get like extra lotion. You just want to pat a little bit so they're semi-hydrated and moisturized so the self-tan can glide right over, because there are, you know, your armpits have a lot of pores, a lot of shit going on. I always make sure to get my knees. This is so important. And then lastly, I always get my ankles. Now moving on to my favorite part. This is where everything gets so exciting. I have tried so many self-tanners for my face and it's taken me so long to find the perfect one. I would like one and then like a few days would go by and then it would get patchy and just start looking nasty. Let me introduce you to the one, the only. Hold on, it's over here. This is the Tanning Micro Mist by XOXO. They truly just crushed it. They created one of the best face tanners ever. I always start with my face first. That way I can wash my hands and make sure all the self-tanner is off and we don't wake up looking orange. I will just hold it out here. I don't know why, but every time I do this, I just get scared because I don't know. So if you see me flinch, it's because I get scared. And just like that. And honestly, you don't necessarily need to go in and rub it with your hands like at all. I just personally do to make sure it's completely even. So I will do that right now. Oh my God, I forgot to moisturize my face first. Mother shitter. Usually I go in and moisturize just slightly. I mean, I never do a full skincare routine before I self-tan anyway. I always make sure my face is moisturized before I go in with this, but I completely forgot. And sometimes I will go back in and do like one more layer. And it kind of just develops overnight, just like that. And now I'm gonna go wash my hands very quickly so it doesn't stain. I personally use a mitt to apply my self-tan. I know a lot of people have been using like the medical gloves to put it on. I will say I tried that. I don't like how it feels. I'm really big on how things feel. The medical glove just was not it, but I will say definitely try that out if that's something you're curious about. I don't think it makes or breaks your tan, but I just use this tanning mitt from XOXO. I will start from the bottom and work my way up. I like starting off with about 3 pumps, and then honestly, I'll just put it on literally like lotion. And you see that color already? Like, look at that difference. And really just make sure you're getting it literally everywhere. That's why I like doing this in front of the mirror. There's nothing worse than waking up and realizing you forgot a spot. There's just something so therapeutic about putting on self-tanner. It's like, I know I'm gonna wake up and be a baddie. If I'm feeling really lazy, like in the winter, I won't even tan my stomach. Sometimes I won't even tan my legs. I'm giving Britney Spears. I feel like the best way to go into self-tan is to not think too much. Put it on and rub it out. This is the hardest part, getting the back, but I'll just literally do this. You know, I put this on very streaky before, and when I wash it off, it goes away. I have full trust in XOXO, and it dries instantly. I just applied that. Like, look at the legs. The legs are already completely dried. It's so nice. You don't have to wait an hour to get dressed after. All the things people are scared about when it comes to self-tanner, XOXO, they got it. No smell, no streaks, dries fast. It's literally just putting on lotion, and I'll stop as soon as I get to the wrist. I do my hands and my feet completely last. Favorite part, getting the chest. I only take 2 pumps. Oh my God, I look like the fucking Hulk. It's gonna look crazy, and I went to bed looking even crazier than this. Hella streaky, you know, those nights where you just slap on self-tan. Like I said, it just washes off and fixes itself. Don't forget, like, right behind your ear too. I'm actually I'm gonna clip this hair up. Now I look really crazy. Do I ever care what I look like on camera? No. Get a girl that can do both. A girl that's confident, a girl that's funny, and a girl that will slay the day. I'm not including that. I always get like so close to the mirror and just make sure I didn't miss any spot. Oh my god, I'm gonna wake up so fucking cute. I knew you weren't ugly, you just were pale. It's the undertone for me. I feel cute. We're gonna do our hands. I'll put like one pump on the back of my mitt. I just take a little makeup brush. It doesn't have to be anything specific. I like one that's a little bit more stiff but also fluffy, like a foundation brush basically. I will take a little dab, literally wipe it off, make sure it's like evenly distributed all over the brush. I will literally paint it on as if I'm putting on foundation, and just really make sure to move your hands, bend them in all different ways. You really want to get into those cracks in the knuckles, in between the fingers, a little bear claw. Pretty much what I do for the hands, and I'll do the same exact method for the feet. Just using a brush obviously gives a more airbrushed finish than using the mitt. It can just apply way too much product. Self-tanner on the hands is always going to be tricky. I'm just saying, don't feel defeated if the first time you self-tan and it comes out orange, or, well, not even orange, if it comes out patchy or whatever. All right, I just changed into a little t-shirt. I have PJ pants on. I always sleep with something very loose, just so it doesn't like cling to my body, even though everything's practically already dried. Like I said, it dries very quickly, which is something I adore about it. Now that we look crazy, I'm going to go to bed. I always sleep in my tan just to really give it the maximum time to develop, to sink into the skin. But yeah, that pretty much is my tanning routine, and I'll show you guys the results tomorrow. Good morning. This is the tan after a long hours. I am so tired. I kept the tan line so I could show you guys, and that is it. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? So now I'm about to just wash it off. Also, this is the face tan. It's very, very natural compared to the body tan, which I love. I don't like it to be too dark. This is what is left. Ew. This is kind of gross, but I mean, that's my face from last night. But as far as my sheets and everything, like no stains. That's the only thing that was left over. That's the only thing that was left behind. All right, tan is completely washed off. I will say, and be completely honest, my face around like my mouth area is looking a little bit darker than like the rest, and I think it's because I forgot to literally moisturize, you know, prep it yesterday. So that's totally my fault. It's whatever. And I always prep my neck as well as my face, so that's looking a little splotchy, but it's my fault. And like I said yesterday, it happens. I'm not mad about it because look at the hands. Again, super natural. Gosh, with the white robe, a girl is feeling so good, so confident. Even the feet look pretty good. Like the ankles don't look orange. I literally just look tan as if I came back from vacation. I just put my bodysuit on because I'm getting dressed, and I look at the freaking tan line. Like, whatever. This is her in all its glory. It just looks so natural. Like, this is pretty much the shade that I get in the summer from the sun. And can we take a moment for the makeup? I recorded it for TikTok, so it will be over there. But oh yes. I'm going to wrap up this video because that's it. That is all she wrote. Very self-explanatory. Like I said yesterday, when it comes to self-tanner, don't be scared, because no matter what you do, you can mess up, and that's okay. If it's something you want to try, definitely get after it, because I love a good self-tanner. Like, my mood today is just high energy, feeling myself, confidence. And I'm not saying you need a tan to be confident, but it definitely helps a girl out. I'm impressed with myself. Even my hands, everything just looks chef's kiss. And so yeah, I mean, I feel like that's it. That's all I have to say about that. If you have any questions about self-tanner, leave them down below and I can answer them for you. I try thinking of self-tanner as something that's easy breezy, beautiful, Coco and Eve. No, I'm just kidding. But truly, it is something that's supposed to be fun and something you can implement into your self-care routine. Like I keep saying, if you mess up, don't feel defeated. Don't feel discouraged, because it happens. It literally happens all the time. I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Everything that I used and showed you guys will be linked down below as per usual. And I'll see you in my next video. I love you so, so much. Bye.
Yeah, I know I look good. Yeah, I look fly.